5 technical skills to master to have a successful career in product. Writing good documentation, understanding your users, managing the product, building user flows, and analyzing data like a pro. Master these and you'll succeed. Let's dive in. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Raheel. I'm an entrepreneur and a product leader currently living and working in Dubai. If you've ever wondered how you can break into tech or how you can excel at your current job as a product analyst or a PM, then you're at the right place. Because in this video, I want to share 5 technical skills that I believe every product guy should master. These skills not only build the foundation, but these skills allow you to build and launch successful products. And I've seen that these are the skills that differentiate amazing product managers from the mediocre ones. So let's dive in with number 1, which is writing good PRDs. Now, PRDs are product requirement documents, and I don't think they're talked about a lot in terms of skills that successful PMs have. But what I've seen is that what differentiates successful, amazing product managers from mediocre ones is their ability to write a solid PRD. Now, PRD is just a document in which you write all the requirements that you need to launch a good product. It starts with defining what the context is. What is the problem that we're solving? Why we're doing it in the first place? Then, what exactly is your solution and how that solution is better than what is out there in the market and how it addresses your customers' pain points. Then you tell me, what the user flows are, what the market looks like, what is the design that we're going after, what are the timelines, what is the budget, what are the resources that you need, what is your launch plan, and what metrics to track, and how will you know if your product is a success. And then finally, you have a contingency plan if the product launch does not go as expected. Now, why is this document so important? This document is important because it brings everyone on the same page. Think about your business stakeholders. When they read this document, they know exactly why they're building the product, where the money is going, what are the timelines. Your development team knows exactly what features that they're building, why they're building in the first place. And the go-to-market team already knows, okay, so this is what we're building, this is how we're tracking it, and this is what success looks like for us, so we have a plan. And I've seen that this document, if you can write a really good PRD, then automatically your chances of launching a successful product, they go up a lot. Next hardcore technical skill that you need to learn is customer interviews. Now, this is a very important part. As a product manager, your job is to build product features for someone. That someone is your customer, is your user. Now, the ability to understand what their pain points are is critical, which is why you need to be very well versed in doing one-on-one interviews with your customers. You need to have a set of structured questions to understand what are the assumptions that you have to figure out what exactly are your users looking for. So for example, if I want to build an application that improves your sleep cycle, I want to talk to customers about the quality of their sleep, what keeps them up at night, what are the problems that they have during the sleep, so that I can build features that relieve them of their pain points. You can do this very well when you're interviewing like a small set of users, say 10 or 50. But when you have to get the pulse of 1,000, 2,000 customers, then you have to start using tools like SurveyMonkey to send out surveys to get feedback from your customers, right? And then use ChatGPT to get all that data and analyze it for you. Automatically, if you know what your customers want, your assumptions will be more accurate. So doing good customer interviews and sending out customer feedback via SurveyMonkey, for example, and then using ChatGPT to analyze it for insights is a skill that will take you a long way. All right, so the next skill that you have is user journey mapping, which also has 4 mini skills within this bigger set of skills. You start off with writing user stories. Now, user stories are just set of instructions that a user is supposed to do to achieve X, Y, and Z. So for example, I can say a user story might be, as a user of YouTube, I want to be able to view my past watched videos so that I know what I watched in the last 1 week. Now, this user story translates directly into, for example, a page where I can see all the list of my past watched videos. Now, you write all these user stories, actions that the users are going to take within your application, and you convert them into user flows. Now, user flows, or customer journey, is basically a logical set of instructions that the user is supposed to do. For example, the user comes onto the application, user clicks on this button, takes this action, and this is the end result or the value that the user is going to get. You define multiple flows like the happy flow. What if there's an error in between? How do we show error states? You manage all these scenarios in a user flow. And honestly speaking, a user flow might get really complicated. But you can use tools like Miro or Whimsical to generate these flow charts. And I love using them. Next up, once you're done with all these user flows, you convert them into wireframes. Now, these wireframes are just really low level blocks where you're just imagining how the screens are going to look like. There are no colors, there's no nothing, but very generic, very basic description of how the customer is going to interact with the screens that you're trying to build. The main purpose of wireframes is basically to just complete the flow and then hand it over to designers to create prototypes and to create high fidelity prototypes where they add the colors, they put in the design system to build out the screens and give you exactly how your new feature or how your new product is going to look like. Then you provide those wireframes and those prototypes over to the developers who know exactly what to build. Now, in order to create wireframes and prototypes, I think everyone uses Figma. So it's free to download, it's free to use. So learn how to use Figma to create prototypes and to create wireframes. It will supercharge your product journey. And then the reason why all of these skills are so critical, because these skills are core to what you'll do on a day-to-day level in your job. You'll be writing user stories, you'll be creating user flows, you'll be working with developers to define how the wireframes and the prototypes are going to look like. You'll be giving them feedback on the design, you'll be giving feedback on the user experience. So I think all of these combined, this is a must skill to possess if you really want to be successful as a product guy. All right, next up we have to master project management skills. And think about this, because building a product is a project. You have multiple stakeholders, you have deadlines, you have resources, you have tasks to complete. Now, I've seen that 90% of the companies or the people that I know work in product, they use a tool called Jira. And Jira is a wonderful tool. And Jira is basically a project management tool that allows you to manage your project in a single place. You can create multiple boards for multiple features or multiple products. You can create epics. You can create user stories. You can create tasks within those user stories. You can create subtasks. You can create bugs. And you can assign all these tasks to specific, for example, developers or designers who are working to completing those specific tasks. Now, it also gives you a waterfall chart of what features are done, what is next, what has been achieved, what is left, who's working on what. It gives you complete transparency on what progress you're making in the project. So, if you want to master one skill, it is Jira that you really have to master. And if you know how to already write good user stories, you know how to build good wireframes, then automatically managing that project becomes a lot easier. And trust me, using Jira is a life changer. So I'll definitely suggest that you go and master it. Finally, we have data analysis skills. Now you have to remember that as a PM, when you're launching a product, automatically you're getting a lot of data on the usage of the product. You have to measure a lot of metrics that tells you the health of how your product is doing in the market. It might include number of downloads, how many people are signing up on the application every single day, how many people are retained, code analysis, and all that jazz. A very critical part of it is data visualization as well. Because why are you analyzing the data in the first place? The reason why you're analyzing data is to identify trends, right? So how do you identify trends? There are two tools that I personally use, which is Excel and SQL. Now, Excel is for basic analysis, right? You have a CSV, you analyze it, it's very easy to use, and mastering it will definitely help you become better at data analysis. But if you want to take your career further, you have to learn SQL, which is structured query language, which allows you to interact with the database directly through code. Right? So if you have a very specific question that you need from 1 million rows, then you can just write a couple of lines of SQL query and you'll get the answer. And mastering these two skill sets will differentiate you from other PMs, because then you will be able to get answers to very specific questions that other people might not have the skills to do so. A very famous example of it is that the growth team at Facebook identified that after someone signed up, if they got the user to connect with 7 to 10 of their closest friends, then their chances of retaining on the Facebook platform went up significantly. Now, this wouldn't have been possible if they were not tracking or gathering that data, which is why data analysis is such a critical skill set. So you need to master Excel and SQL. There you have it, guys. 5 hard technical skills that you must master to become a successful product manager. I know we just scratched the surface. There is so much depth into each of these hard skills. And I would highly recommend that there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube. There are a lot of documentation of these tools out there already that you should definitely look into. I'm also thinking about doing a deep dive in each and every one of these skills, because I think they deserve their own video as well. So let me know in the comments if you want me to make such a video. But to sum it all up, these are the 5 technical skills that you have to master. You need to write good PRDs, you need to understand your user, you need to be good at mapping out customer journey, you need to be an excellent project manager, and good at data analysis. If you're able to master all these 5 skills, I've also mentioned the tools that you can use to achieve these results, then automatically your product career will definitely take off. Thank you so much for sticking around, guys. I hope you found this video extremely valuable. If you liked it, please leave a comment below, like this video, and share this with your friends. And I really hope that you're able to tap into a very lucrative and very successful product career. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.